What's the evidence? So in the overview, there's the 3 key ingredients, right? The third one was evidence. So as I stood in this spot for the introductory video, I had a sizable, what I assume is a male koala, dropping poop and then peeing during the video, eh? And I showed you the evidence, the licorice, all sorts, right? That was proof. Now, in terms of your spiritual outcomes, your learning outcomes, your whispering outcomes, your sports activity outcomes, your job outcomes, your relationship outcomes, there is the evidence. What is specifically happening? How is that aligned, and at what step of correct presence practice are you maintaining during that activity, that life event, that situation? So I'm about to show you that koala that I greeted last night, and I speak to what I call in the 9-pillar framework Law 0, so that's pillar 4, self-honesty and self-responsibility. Without Law 0, you have a 0 outcome, eh? If you have 100% self-honesty and 100% personal self-responsibility, you will be able to achieve what I say in this website, because I did it in 5 years, and for the first 3 I was doing it wrong. It's all about the correct method and installing the right habit. And we get into that in the 9-pillar framework, the laws of grace, the correct presence practice course, even the healing courses. It's just full of this stuff, because I'm teaching you guys the structure so you can awaken in a measurable, evidence-based fashion. So here's the koala. So she's gently sniffing. I don't know if it's a she or not. Or given the size of those claws, it might be a bloke. Hey? Yeah, it's quite a big animal. Hey? Sorry about the light, buddy. Can't see you without it, can I? Hey? See how he's checking me out? Law 0. This is what animals do. See? Curiosity. Having a think. My tree, let's have a look around. Am I safe? Hey? What about a cuddle? You want a bit of a cuddle? Hey? You're in good nick. You are definitely in good nick. Sorry. Oh, this is hard to do. So, you'll probably shoot up in a second. You're going to shoot up. You're looking up. So what did you think? Now, what was I saying? Because that was for the Whispering 101 course at learnwhispering.com. That animal was very peaceful. It was smelling me. It was putting its head forward. It was looking around. It was in no rush. I can assure you, I have seen koalas scrapping. They are vicious. They are nasty. They can hang onto a tree and swipe with a claw and take off another koala's finger. I've got photos of it. So he was pretty cool, calm and collected. Therefore, that was the evidence that I was in that state of presence where I was able to commune with that animal. So it felt okay. That was the honesty reflection. Peaceful koala, wondering what the hell was going on. So the koala's here in this spot. Very unlikely they've ever had human contact before. So, under all assumptions, I'm a big thing that's probably a predator, yet that interaction was quite peaceful. Right? It let me stroke it. It was cruising. They jump, they claw, and they move fast when they're in fight-flight, because animals just operate from Law 0. They don't fudge things up like humans. They don't blame the ego or say it's your stuff or use a theory, a spiritual theory, to explain something or to deny something. They are what is. And that was the evidence of that, which again just shows how your correct presence practice, when done correctly, and it establishes inside of you, then nature can respond accordingly. So regarding evidence, in the 9-pillar framework, it is pillar 3. And with evidence, you know, it can be measured in terms of its consistency, its depth, its duration, how much of a habit it becomes, which in the 9-pillar framework is pillar 5, unconscious mind, your habit machine. All right? We are habit machines. It's just a matter of you learning the correct habits. Are you doing the right habit, or are you doing the wrong habit? If you do the habit of correct presence practice, you will awaken very fast. If you do what's required, i.e. what do you want, what you're doing about it, you're doing the correct structure, correct presence practice, you will get the outcome. You will reset your neurology, reset your unconscious mind. Your neurology will open up so you can contain the divine in your bag of meat, 3D, while you experience the other ones. Dimension 4, 5, 6, 29 billion, right? The everything, nothing. Step 4, the divine yum yum. That's my inner child's name for it. The heart brain. So evidence is key. So anybody can claim whatever they like. There's plenty of claimers out there. Just go and check any spiritual Facebook page out. People will claim all sorts of stuff. And the fact that they're claiming it usually is shown by the fact that, one, they're very vague. They quote other teachers. They never share personal examples. And they have no ingredient 3, pillar 3, evidence. And the degree to which they hold evidence in the most extreme circumstances, extremely good or extremely bad, is the real tester, isn't it? It takes effort, it takes time, because you are rewiring all of you, your body, your neurology, your psychology, as well as learning to hold all of your energetic and spiritual systems to be here in this third dimensional thing while you're a human being. And that's what mastery is about. And you'll end up with the evidence. And yeah, you'll stuff up. Yeah. In the 9-pillar framework, I talk about pillar 8, the super toughie. Law 0 is the tough one that most people don't even want to look at. But pillar 8 is blind spots. We all have blind spots. I've got them. I've got a great coach that dishes them up to me every 3 weeks, because I'm serious. I've had her for 20 years and she's still dishing them up. I face my blind spots and I move forward and I deepen. So when life hell happens, it's all here. And that's my unconscious habitual reaction when serious bleep happens. Even if the emotions are there, even if the thoughts are there, even if I'm sort of feeling the urge to act out, or even if I do act out, I can still connect and hold it. That's the evidence since I entered the abiding place at the start of 2008. And it builds. And that's what evidence is all about, eh? Consistency over time. Not just an event, not something you can recall that happened once, or something you want to recall and create the feelings of in your body right now. The human system of being able to create emotions, create thoughts, create visuals, well, and also create tastes and all of the different senses, you can create those in your system, eh? You can probably remember what chocolate tastes like, or the flavour of an orange drink, right? You can kind of create that if you wanted to, even if you're not doing it right now. So that's a construction. That's not evidence. Evidence is in the moment, in the situation, and it becomes very, very evident to you because you can function from that place because your neurology is on and you are aligned with your correct presence practice, which is how you align. Well, that's what I teach here. I mean, there may be other ways, but this is the one I teach, and this is the one that works. And that video there with that koala that's probably never met a human before was evidence of that, as are all the videos with the parrots. So it's something to think about. What's the evidence? Makes it blatant, eh? Makes it very specific, makes it very measurable. That's why it's the third ingredient, because it requires your volitional attention to apply the structure. Here's the outcome. This is how deep it is. This is how long it lasted. This is how much I stayed here. As we hear the squeaky door parrots, gang parrots. Because what do you want? What are you doing about it? You're applying your attention. You're drilling the habit into your unconscious mind, your inner child, your heart brain. So the channels are there, so you're all aligned. Very specific. Think about it. Test it. That's the proof, eh? Because it comes down to you experiencing it in your neurology, so you can write it down in your journal. So you can present it as evidence if you were to take it to court. Evidence is the nailer, eh? That teamed up with what I said to that koala was law zero. Its behaviour was evident, as it was with the one that licked me. Which was a girl, I'm pretty sure. See you on the next video. If you have a question, you want a quick chat, my phone number's at the bottom of the page. And if you actually just want to go for the first coaching session on Skype that's longer without the free chat first, then book it. I'm Jason for AwakenedEssence.com.